Hello everyone, welcome back to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and today we're going to talk about the new mid-range device from OnePlus in India, the OnePlus Nord 3. Now, Nord series was announced way back in 2020 with the first generation Nord launching for around 25,000 price segment, 25 to 30,000 price segment. Then came the OnePlus Nord 2, then came OnePlus Nord 2T in 2022. Now we have the OnePlus Nord 3 launched in 2023. If you look at the Nord 3, there are major upgrades to almost every aspect compared to the OnePlus Nord 2T. Now this is priced at 33,999 for the base variant, and with card offers you can get as low as 32,999. So how good is the device for that price segment? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So before getting into the video, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button below and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's dive deep into the OnePlus Nord 3 and see how it performs for the price segment. Let's first talk about the design. Now looking at the OnePlus Nord 3, this is definitely a good looking device out there. Now OnePlus has employed a pretty good design, I would say. There are two modules here for the camera. The primary module has the primary camera, and the second module has the ultra wide and the macro sensor. Now we get LED flash as well. Now you get the OnePlus logo. This is a gloss finish. Now if you look at the sides, it's a flat side panel which does give a good feel altogether. You also get this alert slider, which is pretty good and important thing OnePlus hasn't skipped. Now you also get the power button and the volume rocker keys on either side. The bottom has this USB Type-C port, then you get the SIM tray and the dual stereo speakers included. Now couple of things, there is in-display fingerprint scanner on this device, so there is no side mounted, it is an in-display fingerprint scanner, and overall the build quality feels very solid actually. Now this back glass has Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and the display has the Dragon Trail protection, so it's well protected in terms of build quality, fit and finish, and overall in hand feel also looks great. The front panel design is something which is really good, I would say, because you get a very minimal and bezel-less design. That's something which many people would have appreciate from OnePlus, and you can also see that the bottom bezels and the side bezels are extremely minimal, giving it a great feel altogether. So design and build quality is solid, I would say. It's a really well built device out there from OnePlus. Let's move on to the display. Now last year we had the full HD plus resolution display with 90 Hz refresh rate in the OnePlus Nord 2 and 2T. Now here we have an upgrade in the display. This is a 1.5K display. Probably we are not seeing those displays in this price segment. Probably this is one of the best displays out there in this price segment with a 120 Hz refresh rate. It's the AMOLED display out there. Really vibrant colors, excellent display, excellent brightness levels as well. There is HDR10 plus support, and the color gamut is also really good. So DCI-P3 color gamut is also included. So display quality is definitely good, especially for multimedia experience. This is a treat to use. The touch response is very smooth, and also display glass protection is included, so you don't have to worry about the display. Overall it's a really solid display out there. Now next let's move on to the software. Now OnePlus phones are always known for good software experience, and OnePlus Nord 3 is not far behind. This comes with Oxygen OS 13 on top of Android 13. Now Oxygen OS is kind of we know that it's more or less derived from the Color OS, so you get almost same aspects on this UI as well. But unlike OnePlus budget devices, there is no bloatware included. A couple of apps like Netflix and Prime Video is included, but otherwise it's a very clean UI, and not too many bloatwares included, and very good experience actually. The Color OS based Oxygen OS feels very smooth and polished. There is hardly any issues, and the software experience is good. Whatever you expect from a premium UI, you get from the Oxygen OS 13. You get plenty of features offered. Now if you look at the settings panel, you can see that there are plenty of options available, including theming support, wallpaper and style options, home screen and lock screen customization is there. Then you get an additional options include always on display. You can customize those options, edge lighting, fingerprint animation, all these features are included. Now apart from that, you also get special features like split screen, flexible windows, quick launch bar, smart sidebar, kid space, simple mode, Zen space. All these features are included in the UI. So overall we feel it's a very good and polished UI in terms of experience, and the app drawer also looks great. So overall if you look at the UI experience, I would say the Oxygen OS does a really good job here, and with software updates up to 3 years you're promised to get the updates from OnePlus. So that's again another good aspects about the OnePlus Oxygen OS. So we feel that this is definitely definitely one of the really good software experience in the 35,000 price segment. Now moving on to the performance. Now this device is powered by the Dimensity 9000 chip. It's a really powerful flagship chip from last year from MediaTek, and this is coupled with LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 3.1 storage support, making it a really powerful device out there. Now if you look at the Antutu benchmark score, you can see that this has an Antutu benchmark score of almost close to 1 million, or rather 9,49,000. So again, a really powerful device in terms of the performance. And even if you look at the storage, also it's UFS 3.1 storage support, so you do get a really great experience overall. Now the performance is top notch, hardly any lags or issues, very smooth experience in day-to-day tasks, multitasking, RAM management, everything looks very good on this device. And even if you look at the gaming experience, Dimensity 9000 is a solid device for gamers, and with LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 3.1 storage support, the gaming experience is also very solid on this device. So again, the performance is top notch, you don't have anything to complain here. We didn't see any sort of heating issues as such. It's a very solid device, and overall does a really great job in terms of performance. Now this device has dual stereo speakers. Let's quickly have a look at the sound output of this device. Now this device also comes with in-display fingerprint scanner. We'll just show you the performance. So you can see that the in-display fingerprint scanner performance is also very good. It's not the fastest out there, but again you can see that it works pretty well, and we did not see any sort of issues here as well. In terms of 5G support, this device comes with 5G support. You get a dual SIM card with 5G support. We tried Airtel and Jio 5G. Those are the two SIM cards which supports 5G right now, and we didn't see any sort of issues here. So overall the signal strength and the network quality of this device is really good. Let's now move on to the cameras. Now you get a 50 megapixel triple camera setup. It's a Sony IMX890 sensor. You get an ultra wide angle camera. It's an 8 megapixel Sony 355 sensor. You get a macro sensor, that's a 2 megapixel shooter, and a 16 megapixel selfie camera. Now we have done the detailed camera review of this device, and you can check out that video in case you have not watched it. So we have uploaded it on our channel. Now talking about the camera in short, the primary camera, that's a 50 megapixel Sony IMX890 sensor, does quite good job here. Good detailing is offered, good sharpness levels, colors are also quite natural, there is no saturation issues as such. The dynamic range is also quite okay, I would say. So the primary camera does a good job here in terms of colors and sharpness and detailing, but the ultra wide angle camera is kind of average, I would say. It's just a basic ultra wide angle camera. Obviously it will have that 8 megapixel limitation, and it's just an average camera out there. Even the macro camera is also kind of average at its best. The 2 megapixel isn't able to produce some great results, so again very much average. Now in terms of portraits, I would say this is kind of okayish, but there is still room for improvement in terms of contrast ratios, which slightly on the contrasty one, but overall I would say the portraits are quite good. Now the low light experience is also good. There is optical image stabilization support, so the low light experience is definitely good. Now selfies are also quite good. I would say the skin tones and the colors are reproduced well. Again, selfies are more of a personal choice, you can judge based on the images. And finally the video recording. This is one area where the video recording we felt was kind of not so great, especially the optical image stabilization, and the EIS support was kind of not so great. This needs a bit more optimization. So overall the primary camera does a quite good job. Both the rear and the front cameras does good job, but ultra wide and macros are kind of average at its best. Next, let's move on to the battery life. Now this device comes with a 5000 milliamp hour battery with 80 watt charging support, which charges the device in around 35 minutes, and which is pretty good. The 80 watt SuperVOOC does a quite good job. So that's the battery charging. We have also done a charging test of this device, so you can check out that video as well. Now talking about the battery life, it's a really good solid experience in terms of battery. With our usage, you could get almost close to 7 hours of screen on time, which is really good, I would say, for a mid-range device. device. And this again depends upon what kind of work you do. If you are into gaming, you may not get that much, but if you are into casual work, you might get more than that. But again, depends. On an average, I would say 6 to 7 hours or 6.5 to 7 hours screen on time. My god, that's really good, I would say, for a mid-range device. So that is the battery performance of the OnePlus Nord 3. Now summing up, how good is the OnePlus Nord 3? Now priced at 33,999 for the base variant, and you get 1,000 rupees card offer, making it the pricing at 32,999. So for that pricing, this is a really stellar device. Let's summarize the pros and cons. Pros include great design, build quality is good, excellent displays, excellent software experience, great performance altogether. Battery life is also good, charging is fast, primary camera does a good job. What are the cons? Probably the secondary and the third cameras are not so great, that's what we feel. Otherwise, it's a very solid package out there in terms of the Nord 3. So if you're looking for a great mid-range devices with great software experience, and there is nothing major downgrade in terms of experience, then the OnePlus Nord 3 is definitely one of those devices which is worth buying. So that is a detailed review of the OnePlus Nord 3. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.